Hey, we got sound now? Sorry, I hadn't turned it on yet because I was just waiting a little bit longer. Yeah, no sounds yet. We got sound now? Sorry, I hadn't turned it on yet. Yes, sound is very good. So is the quality all right? Such a pretty noise. Is it? All right, we're just gonna wait a little bit longer. So it looks like maybe a few more people are gonna show up, and then we'll get started. But for now, we can just enjoy this beautiful face that Chris has right now. Yep, that's Chris. This is what my storyboards usually look like. They're just kind of doodles. Yay, doodles. Okay. Boop, boop. There. So, but in about a few minutes, we're going to start. And I'm going to see exactly what I'm going to be working on because this is a brand new scene. Because I finished scene 4. Oh, that's right. So, scene 4, I'm going to show the finished clip of what I worked on yesterday. Or yesterday, last week. It felt like yesterday. Um, Bless the other side for that set. What? Nice. So I'm gonna show what the finished clip looks like. And I also actually found the sketch animation of it recently, and so I'm gonna probably post that on Twitter or something. So you guys can see kind of the process between like this is what it looks like, before to begin with, in the rough stage, and then here's what it looks like when it's all finished and pretty and fancy and all that stuff. So that's always nice to see, I think. See you, but I don't want to show that. So if you're here, speak now or forever hold your peace, because then I'm gonna start. Either that or we're just kind of gonna keep on looking at Chris's beautiful face. It's a gorgeous face. But, alrighty. So, once again, if you're here, then just let me know so we can get started. Sounds good. Awesome. Yay. Hello. Hi, Tomer Dev. Is that Tomer a Dev? I'm sorry. You gotta help me, like, to make sure I'm pronouncing it long. Or pronouncing it right. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, he's in a lot of distress. I'm here for now, but I can't. Oh, no problem, Lynn. Thanks for being here, though. Yeah, thank you. I'm probably just gonna do an hour ish this time. Um, so yeah, because a lot of last time was kind of figuring out how things work and all that stuff. So, yep. So probably just going about for an hour. Looks like Saru when he's being nice. Alrighty. So the clip that I worked on was this one from last week. And when you guys saw it, it was like pretty much just um, the line art and a little bit and pretty much just a key, so it looked pretty choppy. However, clearly I have finished it now, and I'm actually quite happy with how it looked. I also corrected a lot of the animation with Chris, which obviously last week I was not terribly happy with. So, alrighty. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this and show you guys what I've been working on. So yeah, I mean the quality's I mainly what I did with Chris was that I corrected this hand motion. I made it a lot more simple as far as just going kind of straight up and straight down instead of having, well, shoot, let me just make a new layer real fast. So yeah, so I corrected that, and that instead of before when it was like going up and then down and then up and then down again, I made it a lot more simple, and I changed this last frame so that the hands were a lot better instead of pointing straight forward like that, which usually doesn't transfer well to like seeing it visually. I changed it to more of a side view, which to me has a better look to it. So that was mainly what I did, and of course I did the background and all that stuff. I did a lot of backgrounds this week. I did about 10 or so in the past 3 days from beginning to end, as in like sketching it out, doing the line art, and then coloring it. So as you can kind of see down on the bottom of the screen, that's a lot of backgrounds, but it was fun. And you know what? I have to admit, 3 hours straight, pretty much, yeah. It was a lot of time where, I mean, I would go and work on it, and then I would come and go do something else, and then I would go back to it, and then I'd go do something else. So that was pretty much what I was doing most of the day. So, but yeah, it was fun, and I have to admit, I'm starting to like backgrounds. I'm starting to like coloring backgrounds. I'm still not completely sold on drawing them, but coloring, that's pretty fun. See you. So pretty. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, yeah. No, like I said, I like coloring them, so they are fun. So, gonna move on now to scene 5. So, what I did earlier today was that me and my lovely, lovely sound mixer, which is usually my mom because she's awesome, will go through all the lines and we'll put them together because in this program, I only have one channel really for the sound. So I can't have multiple layers of them, so they have to all be in the same audio file for me to work with them in this program, at least the version that I have. So what we did was that we compiled all the audio and compiled them and split them up into the different clips. So these are all the different clips. So that's what I mean, in storyboard form is what they look like. And then I import the audio, and then I get working on it basically. So these first two clips don't really have any sound to them. They're just going to be pretty much silent because they're like establishing shot things. So first one obviously is of Chris looking up and being like, "Whoa, what is that?" So that'll be pretty fun to draw. I might do that today, but I might just do some animation work because this is going to be pretty much a still frame. And then this is definitely an establishing shot, so it's going to be a lot of background work, probably going to be trees here, bushes, and stuff like that. In the storyboard phase, I really just focus on getting the layout of the shot that I want. And I mean, it looks super sloppy, but I mean, as you saw, this is what it looks like in the end, but it's really just to get ideas down. And then one more establishing shot of Filigree Estates, which is where Chris is now going to live. And with a lovely, lovely subtitle of You Don't Belong. Because they're nice like that, I guess? They're not nice. Okay. So, I'm actually going to start with this shot. So, I'll be right back. I just gotta grab the audio. Yeah, when we mix it in Audacity. So, yeah, and the reason why I always like to have someone else with me to mix, Yeah, drawing trees is awesome. I swear though, I'm going to see like tree runes, like the lines and tree rings and stuff like in my sleep because I've drawn so many trees. So, but no, the reason why I liked mixing audio with someone else is because I have listened to this audio and these lines so many times. Like, I honestly don't really know what they mean anymore. I mean, I've obviously written the script and I've read the script out loud a dozen times and all that stuff. And at this point, I don't know what they say anymore. So if anyone could watch episode 1 and tell me what it's about, that would be great. So because I'm not sure I know what it's about anymore. To be totally honest, I just listened and read all these dialogue lines so many times. But that's okay. So it's always nice to have someone else there to be like, hey, this is what the characters are saying and all that. So, all right. So importing the audio. Let's see what. Doop a doop a doop. All right. So let's see. I'm actually going to, based on that dialogue, let's see. So the dialogue is Chris is like, oh man, this can't be the right place or whatever like that. Pretty much in disbelief, like, whoa, this is crazy. Let's see. Alrighty. So, I'm actually going to start with the animation. So, and I'm thinking I'm going to actually change the angle of this shot, which is why I'm not using one of the previous ones. So this can't be, and a lot of times I'll actually base my shots just around what kind of animation yeah, I saw a little bit of lag too, so I hope that it was alright. So, a lot of times I'll base the shot on just like what type of animation I want to do for this. So, let's see this. Ooh, okay. So I think what I'm gonna have him do is, so there's Chris, kind of a body. So there we go. And he's gonna be looking at the letter. So there's the letter right there. And maybe kind of hunched over just a little bit like that. So the head is going to come down a bit. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. And then just a little bit like that. Alrighty. So he's going to be looking at the letter. So this can't be the right place. Yeah, I don't know how well you guys can see it in the stream, but right down just above this red line right here is where I got the audio. So it's really kind of nice because I can see like the actual file of it in the waveforms, which can a lot of times help me with figuring out like what the high points of the dialogue are, because the high points of the dialogue are kind of like like the climaxes, and so I want that in the actual animation for the climax of like the animation to be there too. So that really helps, and it also helps with lip sync as well. So I wish I could do this. Oh, well, I mean, it just takes like a lot. It just takes a lot of practice and stuff. Like seriously, my first animation was a eye blink. Like, and I just did those for weeks. Like, everyone has got to start somewhere, so. And I'm still learning, too. Your mansion, and then there's a weird. Yes! Yes! I love Luigi's Mansion! That's, like, the best ever. I can speedrun that game, and it's really fun. So. Okay, right here, I definitely want him to move his head a bit further down, because he's kind of looking down at the letter like, am I reading this right? Do I need, to check my eyes or whatever? So he's gonna be looking down a bit more, so kind of like that. And so in that case, and a lot of times in the sketch stage, I'm just figuring out. It's like a rough draft of anything. You're just kind of feeling it out, seeing what you want to do, and then you can clean it up afterwards. So in that case, this is all going to come up. Actually, I probably just should have redone that. That's okay. So head's gonna come down like this. Shoulders are gonna come up like this because he's bringing the letter up to his face like that. Back is gonna curve just a little bit more. So like that. So this can't be the right. And usually my first shot, so this one right here, looks like way different than the rest of them. I don't know why. I guess maybe it's similar to that whole writing thing of like, I had a writing teacher who was like, okay, write all this stuff, but then you'll probably start the story like 2 pages in. I don't know. I don't know if it's anything like that, but this. And he's probably gonna look up around here, so I'll just make a small note, like, as far as, like, his eyes, he's probably gonna be looking up, so, like, in this previous frame, he's going to be looking, wrong one, looking down, so, basically, I'm just trying to get the most important things that I want in this animation. Let's see, this, okay. And I listen to the dialogue a lot. Okay, I definitely want a head shake here. So, let's see. So the head's gonna go like that. The arm's probably gonna come down with the piece of paper as he puts it back in his pocket. So, there's the other arm like that. Head's gonna be like there. Eyes are closed like that. This can't be the right place. And then I definitely want him, let's see, okay, so finish the head shake. Move the head just a bit more like that. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to keep up with the chat as much as I can, but I would say that, honestly, this is probably one of the more intensive parts of it. I don't like that at all. Okay, let's see. Actually, I will probably do that on the same frame. So I'm just going to copy paste right there. And then move just the head. And I could even change the profile even more so that it's like that. Probably move the head up just a bit. There. Let's do. Aw, oh yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of goes both ways, Lynn, because it's just like, when I hear you guys send in your lines and they sound so good, I'm just like, I gotta do these justice. So, it definitely goes both ways. Because I've been seriously impressed. I mean, like, I knew all you guys were good, but it's just like, actually hearing the dialogue has been really, really cool. Okay, and about here, he's gonna be lowering his arms. Head part goes down just a bit, so the arm is now fully down there as he straightens a little bit. So, and then straightens back up. So, and then the head's gonna go up like that. And I'm actually gonna be trying something slightly different in this animation, because recently I haven't been terribly happy with just the overall art in the series, and so, I mean, I always focus more on the animation than the art, to be totally honest. If it looks good while moving, I'm usually pretty happy with that. But I would like to get the characters a little bit closer to how, like, I doodled them in my notebook, or other stuff like that. So I'm trying something a little bit different. So this can't be the right place. So he straightens a bit, and this needs to, oh, whoops, not that one. This one needs to come up, because otherwise the shoulders are in the same place, and so that doesn't imply that he stood up. So because he was hunching over, and now he's standing up. So let's see. Actually, I think The shoulder should go in kind of a movement like that. So, and so the head's gonna come up a little bit as he's saying, you know, this can't be the right place. So it comes up a little bit and then Prairie hunches back down in disappointment and like, ugh, why? Why do I fail at directions? That sounds like me actually. If you know me, like, I honestly am really terrible. Ooh, wait. Actually, I think the shoulders are gonna be a little bit lower like that, because then it's kind of like they drag down a little bit, which gives even more power to the movement. Because the head's going up, shoulders are going down. Kind of like I'm pretty sure I probably said a dozen times last week. So, then the shoulders are gonna come a bit like that. And they could come up a little bit more. Because the more difference you make in the keys, then the more power it's going to get. So that's why, in my opinion, subtle animation is a lot harder than like big actions. Like I love doing big actions like running or jumping or fighting or stuff like that. I haven't done a lot of fighting animations. I should get on that. But those are super fun. But it's actually the subtle animations that are really hard because like it's so easy to make people look like that they're over exaggerating stuff, which can work if like the characters like that, but can be really bad if they aren't. So let's see. I like it, but I think that there could be some sort of extra movement here. Actually, no, I kind of like it. I mean, I'll do a second run of it, so basically I'll just go through and redraw it again. But I actually kind of like it because I think in the last scene I had a lot of shots where he put his hands up, which is not bad. I mean, it's an action that he likes to do, but I'm trying to not get kind of caught in doing the same poses, which is why I think that I'm gonna go with this. What I could do actually is lower the head, maybe adjust a bit more to give more emphasis on that. Oh yeah, no, I think that'll fix it. Cool. Alright, head, you're moving down. Boop a doop a doop. There. Not gonna tilt it. So that the shoulders look a bit higher too. Sometimes that works. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was referring to, but a little bit of lag with Twitch. Yes. Okay, cool. So here are basically the keys of the animation. So they're all the main shots that I want. Or basically they're the shots that look the most different from one another. So I'm gonna go through again. And like I said last week, I always do 2 runs of an animation, at least. Sometimes I do even more. But in this case, I just do 2. So a lot of times I will change the color to something that's a little bit easier to draw over, reduce the opacity there to make it a bit lighter, and then I definitely zoom in. So this is where I actually, focus on anatomy and stuff, which is a very good thing. So, and you know what? I'm gonna do orange because it's fall and it is super fun. So there's the head. And like I said, I'm gonna try something a bit different to see if I can get the art a bit better. At the very least, the art in the keys a lot better. Because I haven't been terribly happy with that. So what I'm gonna try to do, actually, normally what I do is I just draw just the body. And then I'll do the hair, the expression, whatever later. But I'm actually going to try to do all of those at once so I can get a complete picture. And then fix it up. So, there we go. Leaf Krista, yeah. Yeah, no, that was that. I don't know if you guys saw the picture that I posted on Twitter and DeviantArt and whatnot, but that was really fun to draw. I really like colors like that. Okay, and see, clearly here I can see that the head is in the wrong place. So, which is why you do multiple runs. Just like this, so... Because it's a heck of a lot easier to fix it now than it would be when I'm doing the liner or finishing the animation. Then it's a pretty big pain. So, there's the head. The head could be a little bit smaller like that. Yeah, that's kind of a problem of mine too. I tend to draw like really tall heads, which can be a little bit difficult. So, alrighty. Yeah, no, it is taking shape. Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Whoops, wrong frame. Here we go. Alrighty. So that's a bit better. Because I'm basically going through a very similar process as how I just do normal, just single drawings, where I'll do multiple takes of those as well. So there's that, and then eyes are going to be about there. Nose is going to be lowered. And then the chin needs to be a little bit further over there. And let's see, so he's in disbelief about this, so... Okay. Probably something like that. Like that. I've noticed that there's actually a lot of faces like that in this cartoon so far, and I'm trying to vary it up, but just people tend to look concerned a lot of the time. And that's okay for now, because there will be definitely a lot more variety later. Alright, so the hair's gonna be like this. So... Oh, yeah, I don't know how many of you guys saw some of the process work that I showed for Chris's design. I posted it on Twitter as well. I'll try to post it in some other places too, like the Skype chat and on DeviantArt as well. I just haven't done that yet. I'll do it soon. How many episodes are written thus far? Oh, 5. Yeah, part 1 will have 5 episodes. Because I was like, I'm gonna start with some, start small, and then I can work up to different things. But I gotta start small first. So there's the bag. Let's see. Like that. Yeah, there's 5 episodes. I mean, they will definitely be getting some revision. And, yeah, totally link hair. Yeah. They will definitely be getting a lot of revision. Hopefully with, definitely with some help from my lovely, lovely story editor. Because once you write in and stuff a whole bunch, it can be kind of hard to just take an objective look on it. So, but yeah. At least the first draft, if not the second draft, of all of them, or of all 5 episodes have been written. And as far as like how many parts there's going to be, I'm currently thinking just 3, maybe 4, but definitely 3. And each one will have 5 episodes. So, because they definitely cover different arcs of the story. So, I don't like that arm very much. So, going to actually probably raise it just a tad bit. Like that. Yep, there we go. It still sticks out like a store. I don't know what I don't like about that elbow. But there's something. There's just something about that elbow. Sometimes what I like to do actually is like flip it. Well, not like that. Flip it. There, that way. And sometimes when I do that, I can better tell like, oh, that's what's bothering me about it. So I can tell that I want that to be a little bit more like that, and that a little bit more like that. So that helped me fix that, but I think it's actually a little bit too angled. Maybe if I try to lower it just a bit there. That's better. I do like that better. I don't know, what do you guys think? There's just something about it. Maybe it's the paper? I think it might be. Yeah, no, I think it is his arm. Yeah, but I'm also thinking maybe the paper is a bit too far out. You see, this is what I'm talking about. I really want to improve the art a lot in this series. And so, especially for the keyframes, I'm definitely going to try to up the quality. I like that. I mean, yeah. No, I think it just needs this. Let's see. You see, a lot of this process is just trial and error. Like, you try something, well, that didn't work, and then you try something else. So, that's pretty much my learning process. It's just like, well, that didn't work. I guess I'll try something different next time. So, yeah, no, I do like that. Whoops. He's just doing a dance. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Yeah, that elbow still looks slightly weird. Huh, okay. Goodness gracious. Alrighty. Goodness, it might just be a perspective thing of the arm. The thing is, I know I'm spending a lot of time on this, and I will definitely move on to the next keys, but definitely it's really important to get these right, or else, like last time, I'll have to redo something, or redo an entire key completely. So, okay, that's a bit better. Alrighty. Goodness. And then sometimes, I know I've done this in the past, but sometimes if I'm getting a little bit picky about something, I will go ahead and set a timer and move on, because at a certain point you just gotta move on. And then maybe I'll look at it later. Maybe continue the line from his inner elbow across. Oh, let me see. Line. Oh, I see. So about here. So with his arm. Hi, by the way, Pumpkin Fox King. How are you? Heyo. Yeah. So that would be like raising the arm, perhaps, or raising the hand. Not the arm, but the hand. Because I could see a little how it doesn't quite work from there. Thank you for the feedback, by the way. Yay! I'm glad you're good. Yeah, because I could definitely see that. And then I'm going to curve the fingers just a bit to be holding on to the paper. That might have fixed it, actually. Perhaps. Nah, like inside. There's no line that crosses through, and maybe you could try one to show. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, so like that. Or like that, most likely. Oops. Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, I try not to do too many, like, lines, like, clothing lines or anything like that, but I think that one is definitely necessary. Slightly too big. Yes. Yes, I agree. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Normally, I would just be sitting here and being like, ah, what am I doing wrong? How do you do art? I don't know how to do art. Everything you guys have been watching is just a lie. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move on from this one. And who knows, maybe. And a lot of times I do correct things during liner as well. So. Yes, art. Oh, yes, you are. How do art? I know, right? You are definitely the artist there. You do awesome stuff. Okay. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright. Moving on. Nearly spit out. Your drawings are awesome. Yeah, beautiful drawings. Nearly spit out my chicken and waffles. First of all, that's a very interesting combination of food to have. But I'm sorry, why did you almost spit it out? That's not good. Alright, so then the head goes down like that. I know, right, Lynn? Head goes down like that. He probably squints his eyes just a little bit, like, how do you see? What are these things? What is paper? What is art? Like that. We're gonna have an expression kind of like that. Arms come up like this. And then he probably clutches the paper just a little bit tighter, like, give me your answers, or something like that. And could it be that the elbow should actually go over here? This elbow is gonna be the death of me. Holy cow. Elbows. Who needs elbows anyways? It is. Apparently it's huge. Oh, okay. Reaction. Oh, got it. I'm told I have interesting reactions to things. Well, paper is something made. Stare deeper into the paper. Yes. Deep. You will find the answers to the universe. Oh, awesome. I'll have flying arms. Nice. Alrighty. Okay, so hand is gonna be clutching the paper like this. Doop-a-doop. Hands. Oh, something that also helped me with the previous scene, actually, with fixing the hands and the posing and stuff, was actually treating the hands more like oven mitts. Like, I'm legitimately serious. Like, it really, really did work. Because obviously this is a lot easier to tell from, like, say, let's see the bad example. To go from that, so like maybe the hands up to like that, it's a lot easier to think of that and then just add in the fingers like that. I mean, I know a lot of cartoons do that too, and now I can kind of see why, because that's super easy, because you just have to worry about the outline of it basically, and then you can fill in the fingers. Obviously not every hand pose is going to be like that, but that really helped me in the previous scene. So just put the I know, right? That'd be pretty funny, actually, if he just put the paper, like, directly, like, in his face, like, squished it, like, rah, or something. There's his hair. Rah. I'ma eat this paper. Or something. Okay. Boop-a-doop. So, there's the back. And it's definitely, he's gonna be hunching over a lot more. So there's the sleeve. Like I said, normally I don't add all the details initially, but I'm trying something new to see if maybe it'll help get more the quality that I want to get. Yes, he will. Exactly, Adrian. Understand the paper, you must become the paper. How long will episodes generally be? They are estimated to run, and this is just by, like, me reading out loud the script and acting. I will be in my room actually acting out a lot of the animation. They are estimated to be about 24 minutes, I believe. So, ish. I keep on hitting my controller on my desk. Sorry about that. So, yeah, they're estimated to be about that long. I considered just doing shorter 10-minute episodes like some cartoons nowadays are, but because amongst other things, it's definitely, I mean, it's got gags and stuff like that and humor, but it's definitely very story based, and I just couldn't really find a good way to get across a story that I wanted in just very brief 10-minute episodes. So that's why I opted for longer ones instead, in which will take a bit longer, but it will tell the story that I want to. Man, now all I can think of is animating Chris just like squishing his head into the paper, but like, I don't think that that would fit this scene, but that's all I can think of right now. I blame all of you. Because my head's just like, oh man, that would be so super fun to do. I actually kind of like how, like, the mass... Okay, this is gonna sound super weird, but the mass, like, kind of transfers, like, between these two shots, so, like, it's kind of, like, spread out evenly there. And then do it! Oh!
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. Bye! Have fun with your friend. But how then it kind of moves up here, because a lot of times with scaling, what you want to do is not is to retain the same mass per se. So it's like the character is clay. You can't exactly add or remove to it. You always need to have the same amount of clay, which can be hard when you're just drawing it and not actually working with clay. But that's what I like to think about a lot. So there's that. That elbow is still gonna be the death of me. Can we just like boycott Chris's elbow? Like he doesn't have an elbow anymore. Because it's giving me so much trouble. But hey, this is good. Because if I suck at something, that means I'm gonna get better at it. Hopefully. Well, here, let me listen to the dialogue one more time. I could have him move it up in front of his face. That might be kind of, Alright, well, let me get the keys first, and then I'll think about it. Because now I really want to, but I gotta think about it a bit more. Alrighty. There we go. There's the head. Alright, I'm already liking the art a lot more, so I think that this is working, perhaps? Maybe? Maybe? I'm feeling hopeful. Okay, there's the hand, there's the thumb. You would not believe, honestly, how many times I've put the thumb on the wrong side of the hand. Like, it's really bad. I've gone almost to, like... And that head is not in the right place. I've almost gotten to, like, the coloring stages, and I've realized that the thumb is on the wrong side, so I have to, like, correct it, and I'm like, no! How could I do that? But, I don't know, it's easy to mess up, at least for me. If I see him do the paper thing in the file, I'll laugh my soul away. Well, maybe just for that, I will do it. At the very... Oh, man. Gosh, okay, 80% I'm doing it. 80% I'm doing it. But I want to get these keys first, because I like these keys. And then I will experiment with that. And see how it looks. Because it's probably more of an in-between thing anyways. I mean, I guess it's kind of a key, a major action, but I could test it out. But first I want to get these done, because these are the ones I know I like. So, I'm not saying that I'm not gonna like Chris burying his face in paper, but I'm we're gonna have to test it out. So, so yeah. I might stop using that. Oh God, no! Please, please, please stop using that stupid speak. Okay, so me and my dear friend, Suru, or Tomza, I don't know. I don't know how. I think you just said you're fine with either. I believe. You like to do Valley Girl speak whenever when we play Smash. And I'm just like, well then I'm just going to SD off the edge because I can't play this game when you talk like that. Like, oh my god. No! No! I can hear you saying that. Oh man. And so I did mention to you that I would counter that with my awful Texas accent, but like I really don't want to offend anyone in the chat because it's terrible. I'm not from Texas, clearly, but like it would be terrible. Oh dear lord, I can't even read that. Oh, got it. Is that Dutch? Like written, or like what is that? Tell me now. I think the chin needs to be a bit lower, actually. Or I'll start talking Dutch there. That's also it is fun. I think it sounds really cool. I really like languages a lot. Man, but I can't talk. I can't speak. I don't know. Does anyone else? Can anyone else in the chat like speak a different language? Like, is anyone bilingual or trilingual or anything like that? Because I think that's super cool. I've definitely tried to learn a lot of different languages, but I haven't kept up with them, and it's that typical like you don't use it, you lose it, or whatever that saying is. Words. Okay, let's see what is he saying right here. Okay. I know English. Oh, a bit of Italian. That's awesome. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, Dutch English. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't think it's basic. I think that's really cool. I mean, for me, who really only knows fluently sometimes English, like I think that's really awesome. I've tried to learn. I still know. Actually, I'm gonna have him closing his eyes on this one. Oh, that's even what I had in the first draft. Okay. This can't be. And then I'll definitely change the mouth position when I actually do the lip sync. But anyways. Yeah, no, I've tried to learn Japanese, French, German. And I know a little bit of all of them, and I still can read Japanese fairly well. But I just I have a lot of other interests that I just usually prioritize over that, like animation and music and stuff like that. And music is a language too, and I think that's super awesome. I only know enough to get by. Yeah, that's awesome. My brother actually went to Italy as part of to study abroad, and so he stayed in Italy, Bologna, for about a month, I believe, and that was really cool. So he still knows quite a bit of an Italian, but he loved it there. So, ooh, what does that mean? What does that mean? Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's good. There we go. Oh gosh, I can't read the chat anymore. There's so many different languages. I don't know how to read them. But that's so cool though. That's awesome. And he's probably gonna kind of start opening his eye there, like, rawr. Oh, so I don't know what made me think of this, but I'm pretty sure I forgot Phil's freckles in one clip in the last scene. But I can't think of which one it is. You know what, actually, I'm just gonna look. Did I forget his freckles anywhere? So you guys are about to see some super behind the scenes footage. Okay, freckles. Not Phil. Freckles. Freckles. I knew it! I knew it! I forgot his freckles there. I'll fix that. I knew it. I knew there was one scene. I do what I want. That's awesome. That's right. Like I could. No, don't read like, no, don't talk like that. But I knew I forgot his freckles somewhere. There they are. That is where I forgot them. I'll fix that. Okay. Oh, shut up. Did I forget them anywhere else? No, they're there. That's Scott. That's Chris and Scott. And he's not in any of those scenes or clips. Okay, so that's the one. I knew that there was one. All right. Anyways, back to this. I forget his freckles actually a lot. It's kind of bad. It's really. Oh, whoops. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. There. Okay. And so the hair is definitely going to move, but I'm really just drawing like where it will settle after it's done moving. So it's probably good. Man, he looks so like angsty right there. That's like, I don't know, that I find that really funny actually. He just looks really angsty for some reason. I mean, he is angsty. My random British moment. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why that happened. I just remember you were just like, what? You talked in like a British accent. I'm just like, what? What? No. I'm American. Or as how one of my history teachers always said, America with a capital M. Chris gets mad at paper. That should just be the new episode title. Forget my previous title. Like that's the new episode title. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Chris gets mad at a lot of things actually. So this probably shouldn't be a surprise, but he's a very moody child. But that's awesome, cause like I love him. I love all the characters, but Chris is definitely a lot of fun. Yeah, he just looks so moody. Okay, there we go. Yeah, American brother. Oh yeah, paper rolls. Yeah, no, I remember one time my friends and I were hanging out and like baking cookies because like that's just what we did. We would just sit around playing video games and then we were like, hey, want to bake cookies? Sure. So we baked cookies. And for every single ingredient, we had to say it in a different accent, and it was terrible because like, well, I'm bad at accents. Like, I'm really bad. My friends were pretty good at it. Well, one of my friends was. I think the other one was probably as bad as me. And so we were just like, hey, you want some sugar or something like that? And it was really bad. And like, I ran out of accents like after two. I was like, I don't know what to do now. So, yep, let's see. Is the hand already down? Or is that... Yeah. Yeah, okay. So there's the elbow right there. And the head's still in the wrong place. I got problems with... Ah! But that is why you do sketches. There we go. Oh, goodness. Alrighty. So... Yeah, cool. Okay. Okay, and move the ear just a bit. But no, I'm actually really looking forward to doing this scene, not only because, like, well, I mean, I like animating I like moving on to a new scene, because I was working on that previous scene for quite a while. But I'm also excited because like I only have Chris to animate, and so it's not like three different characters, which is fun, but it was definitely really really tiring some days. And also this one only has like 10ish clips, I think. Whereas the other one had like 17, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the scene that never ends. But I compiled it all last night and like put all the clips together so I could watch them back to back. If you heard that beeping, that was my phone dying. Um, and put them back to back, and it was really cool to watch it all together. So that's honestly one of my favorite parts of just being like, oh wow, like that's really cool. It's all together and stuff. So yeah, but that was really fun. So I mean, of course, it's not like a fully audio mix. Like, I still need to adjust levels, add sound effects, add music, and stuff like that. But that'll be in post production. So, there it is. There's the bag. Like that. That's such a moody face. I can't get over that. There we go. And something that I'll check as well as... Hey! My sizing is actually pretty good. That doesn't normally happen. Huh. I usually have a lot of issues with that. B thought that was my... Yep. Yeah. No, I did that just to confuse you. Totally. Absolutely. So, I'm probably gonna finish up with these keys, and then we are going to test, the Chris, squishing his face into the paper. And then I'll probably call it for a day, because, I'm wanted to just kind of do, an hour today. And I'll probably just do an hour for, most of the streams from now on. Because the last one was about an hour and a half or so, which was fine, and I liked it, but I definitely got pretty tired and stuff like that. And I think just as, especially now that I'm just kind of getting started with it, I'd like to just stick with an hour for now, or a little bit over an hour. But definitely not like an hour and a half or 2 hours like last time, so. Moody A random stat is lowered by... Nice. Nah, you're fine. Chris Paper Squish! Yes, yes, definitely. Ooh. Also, what I was doing yesterday, well, I've started sketching a lot more because I've really just been doing a lot of animation. I haven't been doing a whole lot of sketching, which I didn't realize how much I missed. Just like sitting and sketching, but it's been really nice. So what I was doing actually was planning out outfits for like the cast and future episodes and stuff like that, because I really want to do different outfits like almost every single episode. Like they'll probably still have similar color themes to them, like Chris will probably still wear green or whatever like that, but maybe not. I don't know, I'm still experimenting. But because I know that some shows have like just the characters wear the same thing all the time, and that's fun, but I would get so bored. I'm gonna be totally honest, I would get so bored if I had to animate the same clothes every single time. So no, they're gonna have different clothes. Actually, the outfit that Chris was wearing in the Twitter image to promote the stream is actually one of the designs that I actually stole from a later sketch. Do you still want a fun episode name? Or yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna go through and figure out better episode names, because right now they're pretty bad. They're just kind of like descriptions of the episode. I need to up my episode naming game. That needs to happen. New clothes every shot. That might be a bit hard. That might be a little bit hard. Will does have 2 outfits though in this episode. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. Yeah, he might have 3 outfits. Because he changes a few times. I'm tempted to say that the neck is too long. But I could also use that for stretch and squish as an, to have it go a little bit farther up. Okay. Quick lesson time. So, you guys know that bouncing ball thing that like everyone is just like do a bouncing ball animation, um, and it'll help you. Well, it really does because I still think about it because the head is basically a bouncing ball. So if I want a lot of stretch and so when you're animating a bouncing ball, when it goes in an arc like that, it stretches like that and it hits the ground, and then it hits the ground like that, and then it boings back up like that. And it retains its shape then when it goes on this wide arc. Um, so the head can do a similar thing depending on how much stretch and squish you want. So when it's going up like this, I sometimes like to. Actually, I have an example of this actually in the previous scene. I think in here possibly. Yeah, right here, right here. So right here what I did was that I made the head stretch just a little bit like that. And so then when it came like that and it retained its circular shape again, it has a little bit of a bounce to it. So the word squish has always a squish, squish, squish. I don't know if any of you guys watch Game Grumps, but like the Banana Shoes song is like one of my favorite songs on the planet. And it just says like squish, squish, like over and over again. I always found the word doily to be really fun to say. I don't know why. Does anyone else have any fun words that like they like or they just find funny? Because mine is doily. Mine is definitely doily. So he's probably gonna throw his eyes up a little bit like, oh, why? Why me? Move the chin just a bit. Let's see. Just like that. And I'll probably just do a frowny face, because like I said, I'm gonna obviously do the mouth during lip sync, so it's going to change. Lip sync is fun, though. It's also probably the fastest part of it for me. Slippery shoes. Yes, you do need to look it up. Miniations? I've never heard that word. Skibbles. I don't know how to pronounce that, Saru. You'll have to pronounce it for me like later. Skibbles. I have not heard either of those words. That's awesome though. I like learning new words. So. Oh, and actually for this one, because I'm definitely gonna have the hair drag when he comes up like that. So. Like this. So yeah, it kind of looks like he got rained on or something because like the hair, it looks kind of weird like that. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do that and then so like 2 frames later or so, probably just about the next frame or maybe 2 frames after that. It's me, Don't die unless it's of laughter, but actually no, don't die. No, forget that. Don't die even of laughter. Laughter's fun, but not that. It's meatball and Dutch. That's awesome. Alrighty, there we go. And then it's going to bounce up, just like the bouncing ball. So it's again that stretch and squish. So yeah, basically, the lesson of today is that the bouncing ball animation practice or whatever it's exercise is actually legitimately good. Surprise, surprise. They don't just tell you that just to do it. So. And then it's going to settle. And normally I actually just do I do the hair liner just in one go, but like I said, I'm trying to up the quality. So I'm just kind of experimenting with what it would look like doing it right now. So then it's gonna come like that and there. Actually, I'm gonna move this. Oh my god, be careful. Don't get a headache. Headaches aren't good, they're not fun. Yeah, so kind of like that. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. There. I don't like that last frame a whole lot, but I'll fix it up. Alright, so we are almost to... Yeah, we are to the last one. Cool. Alright, and basically, yeah, the shoulders come up and the head goes down because he's pouty, I guess. Actually, he's tremendously pouty. So, alrighty. There's the head. Okay, there's the nose. There's the shoulders. So... Pain makes you strong. I don't know about sometimes yes. Sometimes yes. But I wouldn't say I would go out and I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. I love people in mini. I can't handle. Am I even saying it right? Miniations? What does it even mean? Oh man. I think it helps that like I'm actually really tired right now. Cause I was staying up exporting the animation files last night because there was a small audio problem with them and I was trying to figure out where it was coming from, so I was like messing with those, and of course they take a while to export and all that stuff. Did I just make you laugh again? You gotta tell me what it means. I don't want to be saying a word and not know what it means. I mean, I already said it like 4 times, but... Alrighty. Okie dokie. So, there's that. Oh, that's the back. I was like, what is that line? That's the back. Okay. And yeah, there. Okay, and now we're gonna have a tremendously pouty face. Look at that bouncy hair. That's awesome. Okay, cool. I like that hair. I actually really like Chris's hair a bunch. God, I'm imagining. Oh dear lord, be careful! I mean, are you even gonna be able to handle then Chris, like, squishing his face against against the paper? Dear lord. Okay, he's still looking up. Probably head's gonna be more like that. And he's like, oh, puppy dog pout. I can't do directions. So, there we go. So, oh, I know, right? This chat is supposed to be a safe place, you guys. You also never told me, oh, make him... Oh. I'm not sure how Pharaoh will take that. I don't know. Are you in the chat right now, Pharaoh? He might be busy. Yeah, no, that's fine. No, I'm not sure how he'll take that. Who knows? Maybe he'll be totally good with it, but... And then I'll definitely have the hair flip a bit more. Actually, I'll probably move this one a few frames. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So I'll move that a little bit just so I have time to actually move the hair. So, yeah, let's see how this looks. Yeah, I actually like that. You know what? I think that this will be my new style, at least for the scene. Because, I mean, I always like to try to make it better and better. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result. Yeah, cool. Good stuff. He does get a little bit bigger, so... Again, with scaling. Scaling is hard. It really is. So what I'll do is I'll just make these frames a little bit smaller. Like that. And lower them. There we go. Oh, thank you! Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm actually pretty happy with it too. Drawing in it instead. Exactly. Yeah. No, honestly, this is like a lot of fun because normally I'm just kind of sitting here and I mean, obviously like I'm thinking and working, but I'm usually pretty quiet unless I'm listening to music, but recompute. There we go. Let's see if that fixed it. Yeah, no that did. Cool. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see how this looks and then I'll be off for the day. Okay. So it's going to be about here. So let's try maybe 6 frames after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm actually doing this. Uh, let's see how this looks. Alrighty, alrighty. So he's gonna move the head a lot more further down like that. And there's oh god. Okay. The shoulders are gonna come up even more because why the heck not? So there's the elbow that doesn't exist because I don't like it. There's the piece of paper. Paper's gonna squish a lot, like be crumpled a little bit. Shoulder's too big, so I'm gonna make that like that. And then there's the shoulder and the head. There's probably the ear just about. And actually, it's probably gonna come down even further like that. So, there we go. Oh god. No, Lynn! Also, my phone's about to die, which is really weird in this context. Should I want, like... Oh god. No, that's bad. Backs can honestly be kind of weird to animate. Yeah, there we go. So... I'm gonna move... Once again, this elbow is giving me so much sass. Sassy elbow. So there we go. There's the other hand. I would say the only thing, okay, from like a purely technical animation standpoint that I don't like as much is that I can't see his expression. I would say that's like for the main thing that from like I said, from a technical standpoint that I don't really like. So, there's the hair. Let's see. Let's see. Saspo, I know, right? Actually, it'd be kind of funny if okay, I don't know if it would work, but like okay, so he buries his face into the paper like this. But then like I don't know, like he goes back or whatever and there's the paper or something. That would probably be too exaggerated, but like I just thought of that. That would be kind of funny. Plot twist, I am your phone. Oh my god. I'll think about it. Meanwhile, the shoulder needs to be higher. That actually helps with animating the back too. Let's see. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Yeah, I don't know what is with that right arm. Maybe one day I will figure out what is wrong with his arm. But that day apparently is not today. And sometimes I'll come back to animations and I'm just like, oh wow, why didn't I see that like before? And it's like everything is clear, is clear now. I understand or whatever. But some days it's not, and that's okay. Because I'll just come back to it the next day. Or a few hours later. There we go. I think I could do more of it. I know, right? Curse and the Mystery of the Elbow. I actually think that the head is maybe too far down. Like I said, if I do this, I want to do it really, really well. So, let's see. And I love doing faces like this. So that's why I if at all possible, like I want the face to be seen. Like that. Yeah, I still hate that elbow. That elbow is just bad news. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Weirdness. I think actually the shoulder might be too high on this one. Weird. Like I said, I always am doing more correction work in line art stages too. Oh yeah, what happened? Dare it hide? Yeah, did your computer... Was your computer mean to you or something? Should I make the elbow slightly thinner? Oh, got it. In this frame, right? I mean, I think it would be in the other frame too. Sure thing. Yeah. No, I'm always up to suggestions because especially when I'm like, what is going on? So, let's see, like that. Probably in this frame too, actually. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. There we go. Hey! I do like that a bit more. I think it could be a little bit more here. So... Yeah, and now I can kind of tell what's wrong with this elbow too. So I actually know, I think, exactly what's wrong with it, so... There we go, thank you. So like that. Let's see. That's a beautiful face, Chris. That is a beautiful face. I think I'm okay. Aw, yeah, no problem. Well, thank you. Paper face, yes. I think he can squish his face into the paper a lot more, though. Let's see. There we go. And let me try, like, one more frame. And I'll do some more experimentation with it, too. Like, off-stream and stuff. Let's see. How about it's just, like, completely in his face now? Like, right there. That shoulder's, like, floating in space. His eyes! Yeah, right? I love drawing eyes like that. It's super, super fun. Okay, actually, probably, yeah, some of his back is gonna be showing there. Oh. Actually needs to be a bit bigger. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, like I said, I want to see his expression sometimes, so I'll mess with it. Because I do think it's a funny idea. And then he kind of pops up afterwards. So... So yeah, these are just really rough sketches. Alright. I actually do kind of like that. I need to fix it up a bit more because in some ways, this is more like the first run of it. So I'll go ahead and make those blue. So I'll remember to correct them a lot more. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. Yeah, and then I'll definitely have an in-between between those frames. Ooh, I just had an idea. And then, okay, then I probably gotta go. We're probably gonna call it for the day. But, like, what if he, like, lifted his head just a little bit from this pose? Like I said, I'll correct it, because that's definitely not right there. Let me show through the other side. his nose through the paper. I'm not sure if he wants to rip his inheritance letter. Make his face show through the other side of it. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I was actually getting to. Um, was that I thought like if he just like raised his head just slightly so you could see his eyes or something just from here. So like, let's see. So just like very slightly raises them. So like, and he has that face. Like what? Like, what? What is this? What is this nonsense? What is life? Like that. And the eyes just like slowly go up. So there you go. And the paper's still there though. So maybe it's kind of like that. So he's just like, yeah, I do kind of like that. The best part, I think, is sometimes when like I'm trying to draw a funny animation and it makes me laugh because that I think that's a good sign. Yeah, like that, that like that. Yep, yep. That's good. That's some good stuff right there. All right, I think this is a very good place to call it for the day. Now that we have the tales of Chris, this is all your guys' fault. Now I might need an ambulance. Oh, oh my god. Okay then. Well, this is now a thing. Like I said, I will have to do an in between to connect it to this one, as well as clean it up. But and I'll actually I need to lower this even more. So lower and lower there. Yeah, like that. And that's let's see, probably 4 frames ish. I'm thinking, and then 12 frames here. Yeah, I'll mess with the timing a bit more. Oh yeah, yes, you guys won. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna put and actually the back could be even higher, like there or so. Yeah. Okay. Faux reels now. But thank you guys for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, no, so I'll probably have us frame right there or so. Like 4 before it. So yeah, I'll do an in-between right here to connect these two. Yeah, and I'll definitely correct these frames so that they're a bit nicer like these ones. So yeah, no, that was really fun. Yeah, and I'll save, because that's important. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, Noah's gots to go, and I'm pretty tired, so I do not want to get grumpy, like, because I get grumpy when I get tired. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with how this is going a lot. Like, I think this is honestly my favorite sketch animation that I've done in this series so far. Like, I'm super happy with this. Redo? Wait, what? Control S. Yes, Control S for life. So, but yeah, next time this clip might actually be finished so you guys can see what it looks like when it's done, because I normally finish clips, especially if it's just one character, in like 2 or 3 days ish, and that's not necessarily even working all day, but just like 2 or 3 days of working on animation for like 2 or 3 hours in those days. Oh no. No, 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 no. No accidental shutdowns. My computer does that enough already. Um, so yeah. So yeah, next time this will probably be finished so we can see head squishing like into paper when it's fully colored. Control S for life should be yes, it should be. I will make that shirt. I will so make that shirt. So I will definitely make that shirt. So, thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out, and I will see you guys next week. So, see ya!